Can you get this numbskull off our programme, please? I'd never want to speak to him again. He is the kind of person that makes America look ridiculous on the world stage. Never invite him on again.
Breaking right now, Iain Dale of LBC, what I now describe as the Labour Broadcasting Company, has had an epic on-air meltdown while interviewing a Trump supporter. This is a guy, by the way, who used to be considered a conservative. He posted on X, in case you missed it, "This is the 4 minutes that provoked me to throw this deranged, bigoted Trump supporter off my show last night. It doesn't happen often, and no doubt something I should have let him continue with is awful. But I've absolutely no regrets." I'm not going to make you sit through the whole 4 minutes because an Iain Dale interview would put me to sleep at any time of the day. However, here's the key moment.
Even if you believe that, do you think it's appropriate for the President of the United States within 24 hours, when you have 67 families grieving, is it really appropriate to indulge in this unevidenced speculation when surely what he should be doing is encouraging the flight investigators to get to the truth?
Well, first of all, the idea that the flight investigators need to be encouraged to go get the truth. Look, I've investigated many things in the military, many things as a lawyer. I didn't need the permission of somebody to go find the truth. And I certainly dragged information out of people reluctant to share it. As for the timing, well, I'd like to see the memo about when the timing's right. All I know is every time some psychotic leftist murderer goes on a shooting spree, within 40 seconds, I get told I need to disarm myself because me being able to defend myself from criminals and tyrants, along with tens of millions of other Americans, is the cause of yet another crime. So I'm going to need to know what the rule is. Right. In the meantime, I'm going to go with this one.
Can you get this numbskull off our programme, please? I'd never want to speak to him again. He is the kind of person that makes America look ridiculous on the world stage. Never invite him on again.
And Alex Phillips, there is a growing gulf, isn't there, between MAGA supporters and, I guess, establishment conservatives in the UK. But what did you make of Dale's decision there?
I love that guy. Can you get him on? That Chris guy, he's amazing. I love that. He makes such a good point, which is the minute there's some sort of, terrorist attack, the first thing we're told is Islam's the religion of peace. Don't say anything bad about Muslims. Muslims are really great. Everyone's got to calm down. This is just some of mental health issues. Straight away before any information comes out, we're given the opposite information in order to shut us up. So actually, he makes a really valid point there. Look, Donald Trump shoots in the hip, doesn't he? I mean, there is a sort of, in my mind, a sort of statesman-like protocol where you don't go straight in for the political in the immediate aftermath to an accident. And I say that as Donald's biggest fan, but Donald doesn't play by those rules. Iain Dale, though, I mean, it's such a shame, right? Iain Dale at one point he wasn't ever really a conservative by my standards. He was a Cameroonian conservative, which are basically kind of Lib Dems who like the free market. And that's the sort of Iain Dale category. But, Global, apart from Nick Ferrari, who still holds fort at breakfast and gets really good numbers, Global have just become this parody left-wing entity. The problem is they're doing very well out of it. When you look at all the podcasts that they push out as well and the people presenting those, there's a whole sort of, extreme leftist network of wokery. And poor old Iain Dale, who's supposed to be the right-wing voice, is sort of stuck in the middle of that swamp and so has to sort of go along with his paymasters, one assumes. But, I remember during the election campaign, I remember that election, our snap election, that is, last year. I remember it well because I wasn't allowed to do anything. I was taken off air for the entire 6 weeks the campaign was taking place because I'd been elected 5 years ago to a parliament we're no longer members of for 6 months for a political party that doesn't even exist anymore. But that was enough for them to say you're not allowed to present during the election. And so I went and spent a lovely 6 weeks in France. Iain Dale, however, made this big announcement. I'm going to go stand as a Conservative Party candidate for somewhere in Kent or something like that, or Buckinghamshire, I don't know, some satellite of London. Something went tits up and he ended up not doing it. And it was really embarrassing. It was the most sort of cringeworthy thing I've ever seen happen. And the next day he's back on broadcasting, pretending he's all neutral and there's nothing to see here, Ofcom, just as Ed Balls is interviewing his wife. So, these people are just part of the cozy establishment. They look after each other, and they're not proper journalists, are they? Like I said, and, this is now a sort of trope. It started off really with the right wing doing it, throwing people off air that they disagreed with. James Whale at Talk is the master of doing that, and then Mike Graham. And it seems now to be the thing that they want to do to try and get audience. I really want to sort of throw someone off air, and that's going to go viral for all the right reasons. But it doesn't really work for Iain Dale, does it? He's hardly Mr. Terrifying. But yeah, there you go. But what I would say, Dan, is get that guy on, get that American.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. And you know what? I know what you're saying about global, but I still think they are on the decline. They are losing tens of millions of pounds, even though they have all of those mainstream radio stations, even though they control all of the billboards really around the country, and they are still losing tens of millions because there is this great switch off the mainstream media. There was one other DEI related thing though, Alex, that I just had to end on. I had to end on today because I just think it is so hilarious. Did you see Sadiq Khan over the weekend removed his pronouns from his X profile? So you'll see there they were, he, him, as if we didn't know, and then they were gone. Now this of course follows many left-wingers doing exactly the same thing in America, including the former transport secretary Pete Buttigieg. However, the hilarious thing is that Khan then said, oh no, it was just a technical error, I'm getting them reinstated. What did you make of it?
Love it. When woke is finally killed off, and this proves my point that I keep saying, when woke is finally killed off, all the people who went along with the pronouns crap, all the people who went along with the world is on fire, climate change, all the people who went along with giving kids hormones and encouraging them to chop their tits off and stuff like that will never admit to it. They will always say, I always thought it was a bit wrong. Yes, I never did it. No, they're all hoping to kind of reverse ferret. Now it's becoming unpopular. They're hoping to just sort of sneak away from it and pretend they were never part of it. Well, guess what? We've got the receipts, Khan.
But first, we've been told our whole lives that wrinkle creams were the easiest way to look younger. Now, one doctor says that's nothing but old news. According to Dr. John Lake, great guy, world-renowned Beverly Hills beauty expert, most wrinkle fixes on the market are nothing but glorified moisturizers. He says they hardly make a dent on your appearance. Some can even be harmful to your skin. Now, recently, Dr. Lake has focused his attention away from mainstream cosmetic practices. Why? So that he can pursue a revolutionary anti-aging breakthrough, one that some experts say could empty the wallets of the cosmetic industry. He explains that it's almost like Photoshop for your face, and you may even be mad after seeing how easy it is to visibly erase wrinkles from view. His personal clients have dubbed his new do-it-yourself technique the age rewinder method because it can take years or even decades off your appearance in under 2 minutes. In light of this amazing breakthrough, Dr. Lake has released a step-by-step video to the public, free and uninterrupted, where he outlines exactly how to use this simple solution from home. He commented, if this helps even one person look younger or feel more confident, I'll be thrilled knowing I helped. The video, not surprisingly, has gone viral. At first, it was shared by users on Facebook, but since then, it's racked up over 2.3 million views. The comments and feedback have been outstanding, with thousands of women reporting they look decades younger. One viewer even commented, best results of anything I've used. I can't believe how well this works. I'll never stop using this. I don't understand how it works, but the results are great. Thank you. So you can find out more about this yourself right now. Just go to bhmd1.com/outspoken or click on the link in the description box below. That's bhmd1.com/outspoken. Now, there is one thing Dr. Lake asks from his viewers. If watching this video helps you look and feel younger than you have in years, then please share this video with your friends and loved ones. He says, together, we have the power to help as many women reclaim a youthful look as possible. So go watch the video, bhmd1.com/outspoken right now, or just click on the link in the description box below. But now, back to the show. We have the receipts. You always have the receipts, Alex Phillips. I absolutely love it. I love having you on Outspoken. We'll be seeing you much more over the course of the year. And by the way, so glad that you've got better, because that flu virus thing that's going around has been really bad. Really, really bad.
I just want to know, I've put it on Twitter, right? I seriously think, I'm not, I am sort of slightly drawn to wanting there to be conspiracy theories. I'm Alex. But there's something funny going on. The amount of people who've had this flu and the amount of young people who've been hit so hard. One of the guys I was working with, we went over to inauguration together. He's only just flown home today. He's had to have medics out to the hotel we were staying in twice. And I've got, my main symptom is this major dizziness. Like the infections in my brain, in my inner ear canal, and it's sort of, I constantly am getting vertigo. I've never had it before. And I put something on Twitter and so many people are just messaging me going, me too, me too, me too. So I'm like, okay, what's going on? If you can find out anything, Dan, find that out for me.
Absolutely. We will get on that. We will get on that. Alex Phillips, so brilliant to have you. We will speak next week. Thank you so much. And, well, you're loving Alex Phillips. Chris Timothy has written and saying, we need Alex in Parliament. She most likely wouldn't get in because she has too much common sense. I think she will get in, though. I actually think we will see Alex Phillips in Parliament after the next election. That's my personal view, if she chooses to run, of course. Lee Edwards, on this whole idea that GB News isn't properly covering Tommy Robinson, he wrote, my concern is that Reform UK and GB News will just become mainstream. And Ronald writes, it was disgraceful the way they treated Mark Stein after he had a heart attack. On the issue of knives, because of course so concerned and upset today about this stabbing death of a 15-year-old boy at a school in Sheffield. Daz writes, where we had knives 20 plus years ago, knife crime was minimal, but not uncontrolled immigration. And Sharon Harrison wrote, it's not knives, it's the idiots using them. Take away the sharp end of a knife and they will use a screwdriver. What the hell is this screwed up world coming to? So I love all of your comments during the live show. Thank you for being part of the Outspoken community. And of course, now we reveal today's Greatest Britain and Union Jackass. The nominations for Union Jackass. 6 Felicity went for Prince Harry for pressuring King Charles. Anna Island nominated Kanye West for pimping his partner to hijack optics at the Grammy Awards. And Diane at Mother Clanger went for Nicola Marfleet, the governor of Woodhill Prison, for being complicit in banning visitors for Tommy Robinson and blocking his son's phone number. Well, in third place with 19% of the vote, Kanye West for that Grammys nudity. In second place, Prince Harry for pressuring King Charles with 32% of your vote. And with 49% of the vote, the winner, today's Union Jackass, Nicola Marfleet, the governor of Tommy Robinson's prison, Woodhill. And on a very similar note, actually, today's Greatest Britain nominee comes from Mel Weller, who says has to be Tommy Robinson. Just look how many patriots came out to support him. Whether you like him or not, you shouldn't ignore him. Thank you so much for all of your amazing feedback over the course of the day. Thank you so much for watching Dan Wootton Outspoken. Please click on my face just to the bottom left to subscribe to this brand new independent news source and turn on the notification bell so you'll be alerted to our brand new live shows, uncancelled interviews, and special royal episodes. Outspoken is also now available as a podcast, so you can listen to the show every weekday on the go, wherever you are.